of the most controversial topics in health and fitness is starvation mode. And my hope is by the end of this video to shed a little light on what it is, what you can do if you find yourself thinking you're in it, and what it isn't. So what is starvation mode? When we start dieting down, everything seems to go along great. Fat loss is roaring, life is good, and goals are achieved. But in all the deficit situations, hormones start to alter and metabolic adaptations kick in. As they should, because all dieting down leads to metabolic adaptations. With these adaptations can come lower metabolic rates through various reasons. Lower thermic effect of food, lower natural energy expenditure, or changes in things like NEAT or NEPA. The body compensates and has one goal in mind: efficiency. It questions, how can I burn as little energy as possible to start to get closer to the energy that is being given? That's it. That's the essence of what people are calling starvation mode. You don't defy the laws of thermodynamics, you merely try to match intake as much as possible to your knowledge or not. So how do we reverse it? We eat. We eat glorious amounts of food to raise back up to our optimal metabolic potential. See, at any given point in time, we can fall on any variety of sections of our potential metabolic rate. At maintenance, we have a metabolic baseline, if you will. When energy intake and output is matched closely, you land at a baseline metabolic rate. If you eat too little for your output, the metabolic potential adjusts or drops down. This is the adaptation. If you eat in excess, in most cases, but not always, your metabolic rate will rise above what that maintenance is because of the excess food. The goal for most people should be to eat as much as you can to achieve the highest metabolic potential possible for your lifestyle. Meaning you eat more, you move more, and you burn more. This supports training and body composition goals best and keeps metabolic rate high. But for some, it isn't that simple. Many people are afraid to eat and do what it takes to get their metabolisms roaring to their full potential again. They're afraid of weight rebound, falling off the wagon into pits of binging or unhealthy eating habits. And society or the industry has taught them that any weight gain after a diet period is bad, and to maintain every drop lost at all costs. But here's a simple notion that might help you if you're one of those people struggling. Weight gain has to happen. In fact, the more you eat, the more you weigh. And this doesn't mean you have to gain fat. When you go into a deficit, you lose a certain amount of food volume, glycogen, and certain water. And this weight has to come back to a certain level. Almost all deficits will lead to a certain amount of weight gain. But here's one more thing. The more you eat, even if energy expenditure is matched, the more you will likely weigh. More food weighs more. It carries more water, and if you're training, more glycogen retention. You could be 3, 5, or even 10 pounds heavier eating more food but never changing in body fat percentage. Stop fearing the scale. Understand that the best thing that you can do for your metabolic rate is to eat. It is the simplest and most efficient way to a faster metabolic rate. No one exercise or magical fruit can do as good as good old-fashioned eating. Try to calm the fears and negative thoughts in your mind and start to see what food can do for you again. And remember, starvation mode isn't what you're told in late-night infomercials. Like this video? Want more tips on metabolic behavior and busting out common myths? Check out Starve Mode, a 200-page manual that explains the effects of dieting down and how to best tackle raising it again.